Welcome to the English Out Loud podcast, a podcast where I give you tips on how you can enhance your spoken English. Today I've got a couple more friends here on Clubhouse. I got a buddy of mine, Karam, another friend, Bahrain, and Paiboon. The three of them are going to help me with today's episode here. We are going to chat together, and they're just going to give me some examples repeating after me. Because you see, each of them has kind of a unique way of pronouncing the sound that we're going to be looking at today. And I think that helping them do this effectively is also going to help you as the listener, wherever you may be in the world. What are we talking about today? Well, today I'm here to talk all about the T and R combination. This is what we call a consonant cluster. And it's kind of awkward to people who don't speak English as a first language to pronounce consonants mushed up together in such a way. So this is something that is most certainly worth considering. Let me just pull up my notes here. There we go. So the T and R combination. First off, when the letter T is followed by the letter R, these two letters are pronounced together. Okay, whenever I start the podcast, I say my name is Pat, but my full name is, of course, Patrick, with this kind of chur sound. When I was a kid, my friends would call me even Patch. And I honestly, I didn't get it at the time. I mean, I knew that the sound was there, but I'd thought to myself, there's no CH in my name. There is no CH, but when these two letters come together, we make a CH sound followed by a stressed R. Why is the R stressed? Well, the R is stressed because R is always stressed when it follows a consonant sound. There are also some words that have a vowel sound between the T and R. These words are reduced as well. The common difficulty that I find when people are pronouncing this is they will habitually roll their R's when it follows T. You know, they will say tr, Patrick, something like that when they say my name. This is something that we want to avoid because R isn't a rolled kind of sound in the American accent. You see, when T is followed by R, we push the lips out. And instead of making a regular T sound, we kind of have the lips transitioning into a bit of a W. So when I say this, I say like a ch. That's the first thing. The second thing about this is it's going to employ the skills learned in the previous podcast episodes about the stressed R. You see, what we want to do here is have the corners of the lips come in to make like a W kind of sound, like a w, while making that R position. So it's kind of like a ChRuh kind of sound. Just to see what we've got here, Mr. Karam, could you help me out by pronouncing that ChRuh sound there?
ChRuh.
That ChRuh sound. It's about making that R, ensuring that the tip of your tongue does not touch the roof of your mouth, and having your lips flare while you do it. What we're going to do is we're going to take that ChRuh sound and we're going to add it to a number of words right now. The first word, tray. Karam, could I hear you say that one? Tray.
Tray.
Good, very good. How about Bahrain, could I hear you say try?
Try.
Good. And Paiboon, very focused, could I hear you say trivia? Trivia. Good. Getting that trivia. That R kind of sound. Now, that's when TR is in the start of a word. Those are a few words to consider there. There's a lot of them, and, well, honestly, a lot of them you can find on Google. But TR, starting a word, going to get that ChRuh. Now, what about my name when it's in the middle of a word? Same thing happens. So we want to consider some words where it's in the middle. Here's the first one here. Karam, could you repeat after me? Entry.
Entry.
Good. And Bahrain, could I hear you say retro?
Retro.
That was good. Very good on the R and the O, I gotta say. Paiboon, how about, where's it? Oh, okay. Central.
Central.
Now that one I heard a little bit of a T sound. Could I hear just this sound like troll?
True.
There we go. And then all together, central.
Central.
I'm hearing a little bit of a T there, but we'll keep on working on that. A couple others, there's like actress. Or a really tricky one is when we put an S before it. Words like stress or straw. Those people hate those words, I find, honestly. Now, I mentioned one other thing, that when we have a T and a vowel and an R, sometimes we will make kind of a reduction between these three letters, and we will just pronounce the T and R, and we drop the vowel. So often when I start out one of my episodes on the English Out Loud podcast, I say I'm from Toronto. Toronto. Now, Toronto is spelled T-O-R-O-N-T-O, but I'm saying ChRuh. Toronto. Karam, could I hear you say that one there? Toronto.
Toronto.
There you go. Here's another one here. Bahrain, could I hear you say interest?
Interest.
Very good. And one other here, Bahrain. Could I hear restaurant?
Restaurant.
And I got another. How about, Paiboon, if I could hear from you? Natural.
Natural.
That's it. That's it. T and R, even when we have some vowel sounds between the two letters, we will sometimes reduce those vowels, pronounce it real quick, like a ChRuh kind of sound. Just below that, we've got some short practice phrases. Well, you guys can't see that it's below that, but it is below that. What I have is just common, everyday words, such as local transit. Karam, could I hear you say that one there? Local transit.
Local transit. Local transit.
There you go. I heard the difference. Good. You caught yourself. Very good. Another one here. Now, Bahrain, this one's going to be tricky. I'll give you a tricky one because it has two R's in it, two stressed R's. Road trip.
Road trip.
Very good. And Paiboon, here's a tricky one for you. Tractor trailer.
Tractor trailer. Difficult one.
Very difficult one. Yep, very difficult one. By the way, do you know what is a tractor trailer? I find most people get caught up on that word, but a lot of people aren't sure. And that's okay. A tractor trailer is a transport truck, which it is indeed. It's a truck used to transport goods from one place to another. Just one more. Karam, if you could repeat after me. Interest payments.
Interest payment.
Good. So notice it's never interest. I hear a lot of people say these are, high interest fees. We want interest, high interest fees or interest rates. One more thing before we wrap this one up today, because my dinner's almost ready, that fish should almost be done, is idiomatic expressions. Idiomatic expressions on how you can keep on using this. Because when you use idiomatic expressions confidently, they help your English stand out. I was talking about this a little bit earlier today, and I think I'm really right on it. Because Spanish is my second language, and if I hear somebody who also speaks Spanish as a second language, and they're using grammar that I'm unconfident with, or they're using idiomatic expressions that go right over my head, honestly, I get a little intimidated by their Spanish, even if I have a better accent than they do, which I think I do in Spanish. It intimidates me, when it comes to Spanish. I feel like, oh man, what do I even know of this language? So the point is, use idioms, and yes, you can intimidate your coworkers with your English, and 2, it helps it flow nicely. So the first idiom I'm going to talk about today is when people say, tread lightly. Tread lightly. Tread lightly means to speak with caution to avoid offending somebody who might not be in a good mood. So, suppose if somebody's significant other, a wife or husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or anybody comes home and they're not in a good mood, tread lightly to avoid offending them. A sentence with that, in context, you could say like, yeah, they're not happy. I suggest you tread lightly to keep your position. The boss isn't happy, tread lightly, or you'll get fired. So that's one there. Tread lightly. To tread lightly literally means walk carefully. To avoid falling through the ice. If you're walking on ice, tread lightly so that you don't fall through. Another one here. How about constructive criticism? Kind of, feedback that helps things grow. So here's a phrase with that. You could say, I can take a little constructive criticism, but that was harsh. So it could be, I don't know the context. Somebody gave a little harsh feedback on someone's work. One other here, straight from the horse's mouth. Straight from the horse's mouth is to say that you heard something interesting from a person of interest. So if I say, he admitted he was wrong, I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. It's like saying, I heard them say it myself. I heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Those are some examples there with this T and R in idiomatic expressions. A quick recap before I go get my dinner. T and R combination. The T is not pronounced like a regular T. It comes out more like a ch. So when I'm here in Mexico and I say my name is Patrick, to me it feels kind of forced. Patrick. Well, now it feels okay. If I say Patrick, to me that's my natural way of saying it. Patrick with a ch kind of sound. So the T sounds like a CH and the R gets the stressed R movement. The R. I know Adriana, she's in the audience there. She's real good at it. We were practicing that just the other day. The CH, ch, and then the stressed R, ChRuh. If you practice that movement about 6,000 times, it's going to get natural. And then you'll be able to do it effortlessly. People often tell me it's tough. It's tough to stay motivated to learn these things. Well, luckily, this is a podcast recording and people can find all of this kind of information on my podcast, the English Out Loud podcast, where I put up episodes twice a week. Sometimes I'm interviewing interesting people. Sometimes I'm just chatting about myself. Sometimes I'm giving these types of tips. But the podcast is a great source of media for this type of information. The overall goal is to add sounds to kind of your listening abilities, to your filter that's on your ears and your brain. We want to make that pick up more. So the podcast is a great way to do that on the go. When you're in the car, honestly, I think podcasting is going to overthrow the radio. Like, I don't listen to the radio when I'm in the car anymore. I listen to podcasts, personally. And that's just me, but that's what I like. I've got to get going, though, at the moment, because my stomach is grumbling. I'm hungry. Thank you to the three of you for participating in today's episode. I've got to get going at the moment, but if nobody has any questions for today, then no problem. And I hope that you folks enjoyed this episode today. Thank you for participating. Have a wonderful day. So that just about brings us to wrapping up this episode for today. Thank you for listening, and thank you to everybody who participated on Clubhouse. I'm always happy to have an audience, and if anybody listening at the moment is interested in joining this app, Clubhouse, feel free to send me a message. Send me a DM on Instagram, a DM meaning a direct message, because it will go directly to me at en.outloud. And, if you need an invite to Clubhouse, just let me know and I can set you up. I got a couple invites that I can use. It's available as well, because before it was only available for iPhones. Now it is available for Androids, iPhones, everything. Not computers, but it's available for all phones now, all smartphones. So check it out if you're interested. I'm going to keep having these rooms on Clubhouse. I have a lot of fun with it, so I'm going to keep on doing that. And I hope that you folks enjoyed yourselves today. Well, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your breakfast, your lunch, or your dinner. I hope that you go on learning and just keep on listening for these TR sounds throughout your daily life. And I can guarantee you will keep on developing this skill to catch that sound. Well, have a good one.